Okay, alkhateeb, playing the exciting open Sicilian defence. Playing with d4s here. Is he preparing for the pin variation? We're about to find out. He plays Queen c7, yeah. Okay, so in this case, I don't know, maybe knight b3 is quite appropriate to play bishop d3. And just castle kingside, forgetting this bishop e3 f3 queen e2 plan. It's just too slow here. If he takes on d3, I don't mind. I'll share the c file with black. I think I'll play h3 now. Just be able to play f4 would be nice. Okay, the bishop can stay at home on c1, protecting b2. It's more about if I played a3, there's knight takes, because this knight would be loosened. I wonder about e5 here, because I don't know, knight d5, these pawns would be a bit wretched. So e5 looks as though in this particular position it could be a good idea. I think I'm going to try it actually. e5. I'm going to take that, I think, to double those pawns. Now knight d4 looks like a good square, but I don't like the pin, so maybe a bit of preparation with king h1 first. Now this could be a glorious attacking game. It seems the weather's set for such a nice attack with no protection around the opponent's king if he castles kingside. Unfortunately, he might castle queenside, but then again, you know, maybe there's going to be no rest for the king here because of a4. So we're about to find out. Knight d4, in fact, seems like a powerful centralising move, blocking this bishop, exerting pressure on b5, maybe with the possibility of knight f5. So I think I'm going to go with that. Also, I'm able now, after to play b3. So it's a good all-purpose move, I think. In fact, I think bishop c5, maybe even c3, just allowing to exchange that off, because those dark squares could be weak. So c3 here is tempting. Knight f5, the problem is, you know, it might be kicked. Yeah, I think I will play c3. So it's a bit like a strange French defence position as well. But yeah, I like this. But where will the black king castle here? So if it's on the king side, it looks just far too risky, because queen h5, g6, queen h6. The queen's already targeting key, you know, dark squares. Right now here, I'm thinking b4 and a4, just to try and peel open with a4, but without allowing b4. So I think I'm going to do b4. I think the scene is still set for a good attack here, with a4 being the sort of line opening preliminaries. So getting the dark square bishop is not bad either. Still ready and waiting for a4 now. I guess black will counter-attack, so I just wonder what opportunity will be created if, say, g5 takes, bishop would be on this diagonal. So I'll try this peeling open now, the a file. What I don't want to do, I think, is undouble the pawns by ever doing bishop takes c4, because after takes, this bishop will be beautiful and the pawns will be straightened out. Okay, maybe, in fact, this dark squared bishop has scope here if I played f5. So takes bishop f4, but also, you know, something like rook a7 is looking dangerous. But I'll never be able to double if this bishop's in the way. So I think I'm gonna go ahead with this f5. I want to extend the scope of this bishop to f4 and threaten things like e6 at the right moment, as well as also play rook a7 and queen a1. Or even rook a7 and just maybe this rook coming via f2. So I'm very pleased with this position against the IM. I wonder here e6. As if it takes, then fg, that's a dangerous pass pawn. If it takes that, then bishop f5. I think e6 is nice, and also keeping these pawns doubled, so he's not dissolving those, and this bishop's still a bit bad. So e6 seems nice. Let's see what else is going on here. So takes there. I've got e7 maybe, but queen takes, bishop takes f5, and would the king, for example, go to c7? I guess so. But what about just bishop takes f5? Maybe that's even safer. Just threatening to move or to take. I think I'm going to go for this. Bishop takes f5. I'll take. So I'm driving the king a bit to the queen side. Now this manoeuvre I spoke about before, I think if I could get some doubling on, but it doesn't look actually that it's likely. So maybe rook f7 actually is a strong move. Just using that bishop on e6 for that rook on the 7th pressure. Okay, so now some critical decisions how to proceed this. So I've got the a file and I've got the 7th rank. Maybe queen f3 to stop rook f8 is a nice positional move to start the ball rolling here. Also, I'm threatening bishop takes d5 as well. Yes, I think that would weaken b7 and threaten all sorts of things based on this coordinated pressure on a8 on b7, this diagonal. So this bishop's looking beautiful there, stopping the knight from doing any damage. Now rook takes b7 here, king takes bishop takes d5 would seem dangerous. That would be removing a major defender. I think I'm tempted by that actually. Just to open up the lines here. In fact, I wonder if the queen can come to f7. And if king c6, there's rook a6. But then knight b6. So some calculation is needed here, I think. This bishop takes d5, or is it queen f7 to be preferred? So queen f7, king c6. I think there's still the possibility of bishop takes d5 there, because queen takes, rook a6, knight b6, rook b6, king b6, queen takes d4, queen takes d5. So if queen f7, king b8, there's almost queen a7, but there isn't. Okay, but there's bishop takes d5 actually threatening queen b7. So I think overall queen f7 looks really strong. I think I'm going to go for that. So bishop d5 I think is a strong move, but rook a6, I don't know, maybe more clear cut. With only seconds on my clock, I think I'm going to have to go for this. So I'm going to play rook a6 and rook b6 to decoy the king away. Now I have bishop e3. I wonder if I should have done that straight away though. I can still do it and pick up the rook, but I think I want to keep it on because I've only got 16 seconds left. So if the rook moves, okay, bishop e3. Oh, now maybe queen b6 and a mate on a7. Wow. I'm glad I pulled that one off with the time available. So let's have a look at that. So f4 and e5. So it's a bit controversial, the double pawns here. And I used that blockade square. Was intending initially to peel open the queen side. I mean, I did a bit of peeling there, but it turned out to be the f file in the 7th rank to join the attack, to make it more significant from this side. And queen f3 I think is a nice move, actually, not just stopping rook f8 but also bishop d5 pressure. So this exchange sack loosened the black king safety. I think this was a nice little move to throw in just to win the queen with that nice little decoy, and now with a few seconds left I was able to finish the game. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Please leave any comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.